The Democratic Party Convention. Delegates chant, "We love genocide." This is Bob Avakian, Revolution, number 76. Did the delegates at this Democratic Party Convention actually chant, "We love genocide"? No, but they might as well have. On the opening night of the convention, they repeatedly chanted that they loved genocide Joe Biden, who as president is responsible for arming and fully backing Israel in its genocide against the Palestinian people, with more than 40,000 Palestinians in Gaza slaughtered, including huge numbers of children. In light of this orgy of love for this mass murderer, Joe Biden, it is worth repeating again the following from my message number 74. Stop and get this image fully in your mind. The millions of Palestinians in Gaza, subjected to daily terror by Israel, forced to live amidst disease-ridden rivers of human waste and other filth, with little food and healthcare facilities destroyed. And every day, loved ones' limbs are blown off and brains blown out by massive Israeli bombs and other weapons supplied by the U.S. government. More than 15,000 Palestinian children blown apart in this way. As if that weren't horrific enough, shortly before this Democratic Party convention, a report, "Welcome to Hell," was issued by the Israeli human rights group B'Tselem, which documented the fact that Israeli prisons, which for decades have held huge numbers of Palestinian civilians, have now been fully turned into torture chambers where Palestinian prisoners, civilians, many of them children, are systematically and repeatedly brutalized in the most depraved ways, including by raping them with various objects. All this flows out of and is the logical extension of the nature of Israel as a Zionist, racist, Jewish supremacist state, which justifies its massive atrocities by denying the humanity of the Palestinian people. This is the state of Israel that Joe Biden, along with Kamala Harris and the whole government of this country, both Democrats and Republicans, have continued to fully back, despite any meaningless, hypocritical words some occasionally mouth about concern for the suffering of Palestinian civilians. On top of the billions of dollars of aid the Biden administration had already provided to Israel in its ongoing genocidal slaughter of Palestinians, Biden recently provided an additional $20 billion in military aid. But it is not just a matter of the depraved nature of these politicians, Democrat and Republican. Much more fundamentally, it is a matter of this system of capitalism imperialism which requires people willing to commit these monstrous acts. Again, from my message number 74. This system forces the people who rise to the top of it and rule it to be literally, without any exaggeration, cutthroat exploiters, murderous oppressors on a massive scale, and relentless plunderers of people and the environment, regardless of the suffering this causes for masses of human beings. For individual capitalists and for the ruling classes of capitalist countries, if they do not beat out and beat down others by whatever means, no matter how monstrous, they will go under. This cannot be reformed away, and it cannot be changed by changing the people who rule in this system. They will all be bound by the very nature, the logic and dynamics, and the demands of this system. This can only be changed with a revolution to overthrow and abolish this system and replace it with a fundamentally different and much better system, which does not rest on, does not require, and aims to fully do away with ruthless exploitation and monstrous mass murder and destruction. The basic principles and the practical guidelines for this system are laid out concretely in the Constitution for the new Socialist Republic in North America, which I have written. It is this fundamentally different system that we must be insisting on and fighting for, accepting nothing less, if we really want to put an end to all the madness and unnecessary suffering that the masses of humanity are subjected to in this country and throughout the world, and set out instead on the only possible and realistic road of emancipating all of humanity.